In the dazzling Durga Puja song Dhindora Baje Re in Rocky or Rani Kii Prem Kahaani, Rocky and Rani defiantly sing, Ishq se badke dharam kya? Both are swiveling around Rocky's horrified, disapproving grandmother. It's a contemporary version of Pyar Kiya To Darna Kya from Mughal-e-Azam. That sentiment, that love is the greatest religion, is the operating principle of this sparkling, boisterous, sometimes bloated, but always determined to entertain film. Underneath the blinding star power, overbearing opulence, and overblown production design, Rocky or Rani Kii Prem Kahaani has a generous beating heart which exhorts us all to love a little more and judge a little less. Rocky and Rani are both residents of New Delhi, but they might as well be inhabitants of different countries. He is Rocky Randhawa from Karol Bagh, loud, exuberant Punjabi, the protein shake drinking, faulty English speaking heir to the massive mithai empire that his grandmother has built. This is a man mostly dressed head to toe in Gucci who carries a gold plated visiting card. Meanwhile, Rani is the Columbia-educated firebrand Bengali broadcast journalist who isn't afraid to give a powerful politician a dressing down on her show. Of course, her wardrobe, consisting mainly of stunning saris, would be out of reach for many women working in television. But director Karan Johar, like Blanche Dubois in Tennessee Williams' iconic play A Streetcar Named Desire, has no interest in realism. He wants magic. You might argue that a woman like Rani would never fall for a man like Rocky. But Karan and his writers Ishita Moitra, Shashank Khaitan and Sumit Roy not only make this love story believable, they make it pleasurable. The first half of the film is a breezy mix of romance, laugh-out-loud comedy and shameless exploitation of nostalgia and old Hindi film songs. Dharmendra, playing Rocky's grandfather, and Shabana Azmi, playing Rani's grandmother, have a moment here that will make you gasp and sigh and want to run out and buy a Saregama Caravan so that you can relive the beauty and melody of those old songs again. These tunes are also extensively used in the background score. The film's own soundtrack, music by Pritam and lyrics by Amitabh Bhattacharya, never hits the high notes of Ae Dil Hai Mushkil, but my favourite, Ve Kamleya, has the ache and yearning to make it endure. The fun leaks out a little in the second half, when Rocky and Rani decide to prove the strength of their love by living with each other's families for 3 months. The plot becomes more somber and more determined to deliver social messaging. This is a film that bats for inclusivity. It shows us how patriarchy curdles even the closest relationships and suffocates even those who have power. In one scene, a son delivers this terrific dialogue. He tells his mother that she didn't give him sanskar, she only gave him the ahankar of being male. Rocky or Rani Kii Prem Kahaani insists that women have a right to dream and soar, and that their careers are not by default a stumbling block to nourishing family ties. It recognizes that senior citizens can also feel love and desire. Most importantly, the film asks that we accept flaws in ourselves and in each other, and that we allow people to evolve and grow. In one deeply moving scene, Rocky tells Rani's family that he's the way he is because until now, he just didn't know better. He's been conditioned to believe certain things and behave a certain way, which is why wokeness and cancel culture must make place for compassion. These conversations are necessary and refreshingly new for Hindi cinema, but the screenplay isn't able to seamlessly make room for them. The plotting becomes simplistic and convenient and almost breaks under the weight of what the film wants to say. And when the writing falters, all that beauty and the expensive splendor has this sort of flattening, blandifying effect. The palatial mansions, fancy cars and exquisite clothes by Manish Malhotra and Eka Lakhani start to distract. Though the costume designers have done such a fabulous job that I hope Karan starts a Rocky or Rani fashion label. Thankfully, the director manages to steer past the soft spots on the strength of sheer emotion. This has always been his forte. For 25 years, he's made cinema that isn't rooted in any known reality or location or politics. His reality comes from the rawness and bigness of the drama and the sentiment. You remember that moment in Ae Dil Hai Mushkil when Ayan tells Elise minutes before her wedding that he loves her and that he wishes her groom and she would just die. And then he gives her the middle finger. Rocky or Rani Kii Prem Kahaani treads lighter. The film also stays buoyant because of the irresistible energy of Ranveer Singh. The actor is back in form as court jester, flamboyant lover and closet feminist. He combines the charm offensive with moments of vulnerability and tears with great aplomb. Alia Bhatt is also very good as Rani, who has zero fear of confrontation or conflict. Their combined skills give this unlikely romance an ease and conviction. The elders are also solid. It's fitting that 8 years after the superb AIB mockumentary Genius of the Year, in which Alia goes from Dolce & Gabbana to being smart like Shabana, Alia is actually playing her intelligent, feisty granddaughter. Shabana, resplendent in her beautifully designed clothes, brings empathy and sweetness to the role. Celebrated Bengali actors Tota Roy Chaudhary and Churni Ganguly are lovely, and Dharamji brings oodles of old world charm. But the writers aren't able to do justice to Jaya Bachchan. Her character, the Sa matriarch, is a blend of the characters Mr. Bachchan played in Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum and Mohabbatein. In one scene, she even repeats his famous line from K3G, "Keh diya na, bas keh diya." But the film doesn't give her any layering. She's just badly behaved and mostly she stays that way. Curiously, this is a film arguing against stereotyping that cheerfully dabbles in stereotyping. So Punjabis are earthy and raucous and Bengalis are intellectual and snooty. You will find echoes here of Vicky Donor, Rishikesh Mukherjee's Khoobsurat and Bawarchi. In both films, an outsider helps a family heal and reconnect. The Telugu romantic comedy Bommarilu, in which a girl and a boy live with each other's families, and even Karan's own K3G. There is a shot during a funeral sequence in which the hands of a father and son unite in lighting a pyre that's almost exactly the same as the one in K3G, down to the beautifully embroidered white kurtas. And yet, Rocky or Rani Kii Prem Kahaani is very much its own movie. It's delicious eye candy with a rebellious score. Despite the flabby portions, I exited with a smile, wishing that Rocky was real and wanting to give my family a japphi. There can be no downside to that. You can watch Rocky or Rani Kii Prem Kahaani at a theatre near you. If you enjoyed this review, please do subscribe to Reviews and More.